Money and art have been two lovers throughout history, sometimes chasing each other, sometimes running away. Money shaped art, and art gave meaning to money. In this video, we will try to understand this complex yet inevitable relationship between money and art through its major turning points in history. When the subject is art, the first thing that comes to mind is freedom. Our emotions, our thoughts, an unlimited space for expression. But when you think about it a little more, one question becomes unavoidable. Is art truly independent and free? Or has it always been dependent on capital in some way? In fact, money and art have always performed a dance, sometimes noble, sometimes sensual, depending on your perspective. What changed over time was the form of this relationship. For a significant period in art history, artists were not independent. During the Renaissance, painters worked for kings, nobles, and the church. Perhaps we can assume that Michelangelo did not paint the Sistine Chapel purely for pleasure. In this era, those who held capital controlled art and determined its direction. What would be painted, how it would be painted, and even which colours would be used were often decided by the owner of the money. Yet here is the interesting part. Many of the works we now call masterpieces came into existence precisely because of this relationship between money and art. As time passed, the true owners of the works, the real artists, began to rebel against this system. The idea of, I want to create for myself, not for those in power, started to take hold. In the 19th century, exhibitions, galleries, and an independent art market emerged. This created a space of freedom and rebellion for artists. But it also brought a new problem. If you cannot gain appreciation, you cannot sell. This time, the marketplace replaced the palace. Money was still there, only the patron had changed. By the 20th century, things became even more interesting. A banana taped to a wall and sold for millions of dollars showed us something important. It was no longer just the artwork that was being sold, but its story. Artworks turned into investment assets. Collectors, auction houses, and major galleries began to determine prices. The value of an artist started to be measured not by talent or vision, but by who supported them. At this point, only one question remains in our minds. Is art using money, or is money using art? This is where the greatest irony lies. Many artworks criticize capitalism and the financial system, yet they are bought and sold within that very system. The phrase "money is not everything," written on a wall, can sometimes find a buyer for the highest price at an auction. Is this contradiction part of the nature of art, or is it a carefully constructed game of the system? Perhaps art is forced to waltz with money even while criticizing it. The relationship between money and art is sometimes like an out-of-tune instrument, and sometimes like a divine melody. Without money, many artworks would never have existed. But when money becomes too dominant, the soul of art is damaged. So perhaps the real question is this: should art control money, or should money control art? The answer to this question is different for each of us. But one thing is certain: money and art are two old companions who can never be separated. If this video gave you a new perspective, don't forget to like it, and consider subscribing to the channel for more content like this. See you in the next video.